Okay, so this is everything on the analysis page of my research and planning sellotape. Here I've basically just said what there is, why it's there, how it sort of appeals to the reader. There's a car there. And all that stuff. I've done the same for my college magazine, as though it were a professional magazine. I analysed my mastheads and why they were good, why they weren't good, what they were about, sort of thing. I then did it for the contents page of 2 magazines, which doesn't want to show up at the minute, on SlideShare. You see I did that one for V, I think, and then we've got one for Q magazine there as well. And then we've got my audience research analysis, where we did the my mind's gone blank. Oh yeah, interviews and the questions, and I just analysed that. All of my surveys results. It's loading, so we'll just leave that to load and see if it'll work. It hasn't been for a while. Then we have the what have I done there? There we go. Right, okay. Oh, it works now, I think. We'll give it a minute. So yeah, the masthead result evaluation. I evaluated what everyone said and which one won. Double page spread analysis. I analysed what was there, why it was there, what it was doing, what it showed, all of that. Then I analysed some more front covers and the codes and conventions that were there that I was going to use in my magazine. So the colour red, neutral staring expressions, masthead in the top left or stretching all the way across, more than one cover line, a main cover line with a band name, and either a light or dark background, all of which I have incorporated into my front cover. I did the same for the contents page, and the codes and conventions with this were red and black colour scheme, a neat list of pages, more than one picture, and a bigger section with more information. All apart from one of those is on my front cover. I don't have the extra information. And then again with the contents page, many pictures, magazine title at top banner and issue number, 5 mini stories and a main story, band name with info below, page numbers on the pictures. All of those I've used as well. And let's see whether that Prezi's working now. Yes, right. Okay, so this is my Prezi. Oh, I forgot about the music there. Just mute that. There we go. What I wanted to do was I wanted to find out what audiences buy rock magazines. I made a survey and did interviews from the popular age bracket. The majority of the people who took my survey said that they did like rock music, as you can see here. So I wanted to get rid of the people who said no or and all of that. So it took me down to 27 surveys. In question 2, there were the options of indie, alternative, heavy metal or other. And the question was, what type of rock music do you like? Indie was the most popular, which is why I decided to go with indie for my genre. So I did that. So I went into the people that said indie and I asked whether they bought rock magazines. People who did, it narrowed it down a bit, so it narrowed it down even more. Other questions, people recognised some of the questions, but most people recognised Rolling Stone, so I decided to use the same sort of layout and things for that. Most people thought that I should use black and red, which I have actually done in my final piece, black, red and white in my colour scheme. I've also added a bit of blue on there just to make it stand out without clashing. The target audience for mine is 11 to 20 year olds, because they were the biggest age bracket that actually listened to rock music and independent music specifically. My gender is more for females, because most of the people who listened to independent rock music and were between the ages of 11 and 20 were predominantly female. And people say that they would pay between £2 and £3 for my magazine, so I will charge £2.50. The responses that I got for the free whatever it was posters and little figurines. So that's what I went for. I went for an Oasis poster and a little Ringo Starr figurine. In summary, you can see my target audience will predominantly be females between the ages of 11 and 20 who like independent rock music. My magazine will have a red and black colour scheme with possible aspects of deep purple and white within it. The cover will be in the style of the Rolling Stone, and it will be priced between £2 and £3 with a free poster or single at this stage. After the interviews, I'll write another summary, which I have in the other circle. This is the first interview. You'll be able to watch it at your own pace. I don't really know what it's doing there, but yeah, you get the idea. You probably will be able to watch that. I don't really know what it's doing at the minute. And then I analysed her answers. The questions are further down, so you can see the questions with the answers. I just numbered them for ease. And I said what her answers told me as well. So I had 3 sections to my questions: the blog, the rock magazine, and the college magazine, I think. So I had her answers and what it meant for me. Same with the college magazine, and the same with the rock magazine. This is the second interview with a girl called Emily, and again it's doing funny things with the interview, but I'm sure you'll be able to see it once you go on it properly. And again, I did the analysis with what it means. Same with the college magazine and with the rock magazine as well. These are all the interview questions, and this is why I got the questions. They gave me an all-round view of what my target audience would like and dislike about each area of my work, and would give me a good idea of what to do with my final magazine, which it did. So in conclusion, my target audience is mainly 11 to 20-year-old females who like indie rock music. I will give out free posters and rock figurines with the magazine, and it will be around £3. I will set it out differently to my college magazine and add more images on the front cover, whilst making the colour scheme and logo match the genre of indie rock, red and black with aspects of white and possibly purple where appropriate. I did actually end up finishing my final magazine with this colour scheme of red, black and white with a bit of blue. So I did really stick very close to the audience feedback, really. And that is my audience research prezi. And that's all for my analysis